In this element, we are going to look at the dysfunction of mouth breathing. Mouth breathing is obviously an abnormal breathing pattern. It has functional considerations for systemic health, for sleep, for cognitive development, and executive function. It can be recognized as early as the infant age group and goes all the way through to adult and older adults. But it can impact the normal and oral global and functional development parameters. And it can drive the presentation of occlusal and chewing and swallowing, speech and behavioral concerns from a very young age. And it can also contribute to orofacial myofunctional disorders. That's what we call OMDs in all ages. It can be associated with facial restrictions, and it can be obstructive or habitual in nature. And they are things that need to be considered when you're looking at your mouth breathing child. The possible implications are dysfunctional overbreathing and a decrease in the quality of oxygen and reduction in carbon dioxide. So a mouth breather is traditionally not using the whole of their diaphragm to breathe, even in normal day-to-day breathing. And so they're doing a shallow chest breathing. They need to take more breaths than they should. And so that's where you get that overbreathing. The increase for potential of asthma, sinus problems, fatigue, chronic anxiety, and panic goes hand in hand with overbreathing. And so dysfunctional overbreathing, meaning mouth breathing, will mean that your clients have a higher potential for those outcomes. They also have a low tongue posture and poor oral tone often, and that affects their chewing and swallowing and breathing dysfunctions. They usually have a head forward posture, and sometimes their speech articulation is affected because they have got their mouth open all the time. That then loops back to the potential for asthma, sinus problems, fatigue, chronic anxiety, and panic. And so it's a very interesting area to look at. Mouth breathing must be addressed in anyone of any age. And that's all I can say about that. Once you have that why sorted, then you can plan where the Munchee may be of assistance in the remediation process. So establishing the why, establish whether there are any co-contributing factors, and then the Munchee is a wonderful tool to either address those or to help in the remediation once the obstructions have been cleared.